Hey everyone, welcome back to Nox Sayin Channel. It's been a while since I last posted a tech video. I've been super busy with a new job and a new place to live. I recently upgraded my home network setup. I went from the best UniFi Dream Router to the new UniFi Cloud Gateway Max. In today's video, I'll tell you why I made the upgrade and how it compares to the old router. I also borrowed a UniFi Express, the smallest UniFi starter device, to join the test. So let's get started. There are a lot of great things to say about the UniFi new Cloud Gateway Max product. It's a perfect match for my 2.5 gigabit Ethernet home network upgrades and the dual WAN internet input. My internet provider sometimes goes down for a couple of hours each month, especially during important meetings. It was a total mess. But with the UCG-Max, I can connect a 5G network router, which I'm using in my case, a Netgear M6 5G router, to the WAN2 port of the UCG-Max. So if my main ISP goes down, I can still get internet uninterrupted. I live in an apartment, so UniFi Protect isn't really something I need. So I went with the no storage option of UCG-Max at £190. I can always buy storage later on if I need it. UCG-Max do not comes with Wi-Fi capability, so I also upgraded the Wi-Fi AP to U7 Pro, my first Wi-Fi 7 access point. I'd love to get the 6 GHz Wi-Fi connection for my phone and tablets. The U7 Pro needs a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection, which the UCG-Max can provide. I use a 30-watt PoE injector to power the U7 Pro, and it works perfectly. The Dream Router is a great all-in-one device at £190. It has PoE ports, which I really like. However, its leak of a second WAN and reduced WAN speed of 700 megabits per second are major drawbacks in my options. We will take a look of the claimed 700 megabits per second WAN throughput in this later session. The Express is also a relatively new device. It's similar to the Dream Router, an all-in-one AC plus AP device with built-in Wi-Fi and a full 1000 megabits per second WAN connection at £123. I think it's a really impressive device for most home use, as long as you don't need UniFi Protect, Dual WAN, or faster 2.5 gigabit Ethernet WAN. It's easily the new starter device I would highly recommend to all my friends and family. Additionally, it is the to-go device if you have remote home and want to set up a SD-WAN site to site VPN using UniFi Magic Site. So how are we going to do the test? Here's our network setup today. The internet connection will come right in from the Cloud Gateway Max. But since my internet connection isn't full 1000 megabits per second, we'll be testing the iPerf 3 connection speed between my NAS and my Mac. The NAS has a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. All three routers will have different network subnets. The Cloud Gateway will have the IP range of 10.0.1.1. UDR will be on 192.168.0.1, and Express will be running at 10.20.1.1. The UDR and Express will connect to the Cloud Gateway Max, seeing it as the WAN connection. My Mac will connect to all three devices via a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet wired internet connection. The first test will be on the UCG-Max. Just a heads up, the UCG-Max is connecting from LAN to LAN, so the speed should be higher. Many tech YouTubers have already tested the UCG-Max and found that it can run 1.5 gigabits per second with IPS-IDS turned on and 2.5 gigabits per second without IPS-IDS. This test is just for your reference to make sure the NAS can handle 2.5 gigabits per second. Let's start by checking our current IP address. We're on the UCG-Max network now, and our IP address is 10.0.0.1.67. We'll use IPERF3-C10.0.0.1.5 to test the network connection between my Mac and the NAS server. Both devices are on 2.5 gigabit Ethernet adapters. and the result is promising. We're getting 2.3 gigabits per second. Let's also do a reverse test to check the download speed from the NAS server to my Mac. It's also working great at 2.35 gigabits per second, even on the full 2.5 gigabit Ethernet speed. Let's check out the UDR test. Our Mac is connected to the UDR LAN port, and the UDR1 port is connected to the UCG-Max, which is then connected to the NAS server for the speed test. This way, we can test the performance of the WAN port. All the ports are running at 1 gigabit per second, and all the devices are wired together using Category 6E cable. First, let's make sure that the device identification and traffic identification, IPS, and IDS are all disabled in the UDR. Then, let's check the IP address. This IP shows that our computer is now part of the UDR's network. Next, let's run the iPerf 3 network test. The upload test shows a speed of 558 megabits per second, which is significantly slower than the UCG-Max. The download test shows a similar result at 549 megabits per second. It doesn't even match the 700 megabits per second claim made by the UCG-Max. What if we turn on the device identification and traffic identification, but keep IPS/IDS turned off and run the test again? We turned on the identification and waited for a few minutes to make sure the setting applied to the router. Then we ran the network test. The upload result at 373 megabits per second is a big performance hit. The download running at a similar 336 megabits per second. It's not a good sign. Lastly, let's turn on everything, including both identification and IPS/IDS on the UDR. It will surely push the device to its limits. Remember, our UDR only enabled the network services, and only one client was connected. After waiting for 5 minutes and running the network test again, the upload speed dropped even more to 287 megabits per second. And the download speed kept repeating at 261 megabits per second. That's why I can't recommend UDR in 2024. I really missed the PoE ports and the built-in Wi-Fi AP. Next, we connected our computer to our Express, which is rated at full 1000 megabits per second network throughput. Let's see if it's true. Given that UDR's results were so bad, I was curious. Express only has one LAN port, but you can always add a switch to connect more devices. Keep in mind that Express only supports up to 4 additional UniFi managed network devices. We enabled both device identification and traffic identification in Express since it's designed to run with them. First, let's check our IP address to make sure we're already in the Express network. By running the network test on UniFi Express, I was really impressed. Although it was a bit weird that the first connection only ran at 74 megabits per second, All the other connections were running a full 1000 megabits per second without any issues. This gave us an average 854 megabits per second WAN upload speed. The download test also showed the same behavior. All the connections were running a full 1000 megabits per second, except for the first one. It was a bit strange, but still very impressive, especially since the more expensive UDR couldn't achieve this speed. We ran a few more speed tests, and it seems like the first connection is always slower than the others. I think it's because of how Express is designed. Overall, we can confirm that, unlike the UDR, Express is rated at full 1000 megabits per second WAN without any issues. All right, here's the takeaway. We're seeing the new Cloud Gateway Max is designed for 1.5 gigabits per second up internet connection and 2.5 gigabits per second LAN. I think it's the best small form factor router in the UniFi lineup. Recommended for those who need IPS-IDS, need 2.5 gigabits per second WAN LAN, require dual WAN backup, or need UniFi Protect, UniFi Access, or UniFi Talk. The Dream Router, showing its age in 2024, only reaches 550 megabits per second WAN performance with all identification and IPS-IDS off, which is not acceptable. I think that's why UniFi keeps showing it out of stock on their website. UniFi Express, on the other hand, is the best starter device for those who want a stable network environment and want to experience premium-level network setups. All routers were running on UniFi OS 4.0.2 and Network 8.4.62 during the test. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel so you won't miss our future new videos. Feel free to comment in the comments section, and until next time, bye.